Police officers often act as if they're above the law and they think they have the power and authority to do whatever they want. Today we're looking at what happened when such cops encountered law experts who lost their cool and put them back in their place. Let's go to the video. While driving his car at night, a man noticed he was being followed by a police car, which even made a U-turn twice. However, the police car didn't signal the man to stop, it just followed him. The man interpreted this as some kind of threat to his safety, so he decided to stop and confront this cop. When the man started following the officer after they got out of the car, the cop didn't like it one bit, so he asked the man for his name. Knowing he had done nothing wrong, the man refused to introduce himself. In fact, he wanted to know the name of this cop who clearly didn't know the law. However, the cop only gave his name, but not his badge number.
For what reason?
For breaking the law.
If you
Screw your warning, get
with
lost.
my deputies again,
Screw your warning,
You will
get
go to-
lost. Get back in your vehicle.
What is going on?
I'll tell you,
Why are
get
you
back.
following me?
Get back in your vehicle. And take your aggression way down.
Are you
way down?
Dude, I don't know who's following me.
I am.
Okay, what's going on?
Identify yourself.
I'm Deputy Weed with the Clark County Sheriff's
Excellent.
Office.
Why are you following me?
What are you talking about following you?
Oh, really? Twice. You made an illegal U-turn following me.
The man didn't appreciate the fact that the cop broke the law by making a legal U-turn twice to follow him for no reason. This angered the man, so he completely lost his cool with the cop. He educated the cop that he was a public servant and should work for the people, not against them. Simply put, cops have no authority over citizens until they commit an offense. At the very least, he could have explained to the man why he was following him, right?
You made a turn?
Yeah,
Now,
can I show you what I was on?
I don't care what you were on. I observed you following me twice. You did an illegal U-turn.
When did I
And when
follow
you
you?
noticed me, you started running from me.
What are you talking
Listen.
about?
Okay.
Would you like to speak to my supervisor?
Did I ask for it?
No.
No. I'm talking to you. So next time, when you break the law, you better watch yourself. I'm going to be watching you. You see door there, Sheriff?
Yeah.
See public?
Yeah.
You work for me. Obey the law. You break the law, you're going to deal with the citizen. Me. Did I make myself clear? Did I make myself clear?
Can you log a plate Washington Boy Edward Victor 1361?
Would you like...
The man realized he couldn't have a normal conversation with this cop, so he asked him to call his supervisor. However, the cop said that's not how it works. Interestingly, that's exactly how this works. Whenever citizens ask for a supervisor, cops are obliged to call them whether they like it or not. They have no right to decide whether it's necessary or not. The cop felt humiliated because this man was a real law expert compared to him, so he tried to restore his pride by telling the man that he was detained. Well, it's an understatement to say that it didn't go as the cop imagined. This annoyed the man even more, and he started shouting at the cop. The cop changed his mind for a second and told the man he was free to go. Well, if he's free to go, he's free to stay, right?
Now call your supervisor?
This is not how this goes.
Shut the hell up. It's exactly how this is going to go. You got a problem with that? You better call somebody here way above your rank.
You send me a code one, and that's right. We got somebody coming. You can just
Yeah?
no, you're not free to go.
What am I being detained for?
Dude,
What am I being detained for?
you're coming.
What am I being detained
You're
for?
free to
Articulate
go.
the crime.
You're free to go.
Oh, so I'm not free to go?
You are free to go.
Then I'm free to stay. Piss off. Get back in your car, piss off. Break the law again and you will deal with me again. Piss off.
Dude,
Piss off.
I'm not leaving
Now.
anywhere.
Now, you got a direct order from a citizen to piss off.
I think you're very, very, very confused as to.
I don't give a damn. You don't like it? Piss off.
I made a turn because I'm.
Piss off. We're done here. If I'm not detained, piss off.
I'm not going anywhere.
Then I'm not going anywhere.
And you don't have to.
Well, then, exactly, because I'm not detained, because I'm free.
The cop said he didn't like that the man followed him wherever he went. So why would the man want the cop to follow him? Why is it okay for the police officer to do it and not okay for the man to do it to him? In the end, the cop tried to get out of the situation by saying that he didn't follow the man, as if everything would be fine now.
Because
You're free.
Exactly.
You were the one who was following me.
Then you don't want to be followed? You don't want to be followed?
It's very odd.
Do you want to be followed?
It's
Yes or no?
It's very odd when people are following me.
When you break the law,
Dude,
and I'm confronting
I'm
you
on a call,
and now what? You're on a call? Go! Go!
Dude.
Go! If you're on the call, go! Obviously, it's not an emergency. Obviously. Right? Because if it would be, you'd be leaving. But no, you're here harassing me.
This takes precedent. I don't even know where you're talking about me following you. I was not following you.
Yeah, well, I followed you because you were breaking the law. And then when you saw me, okay, when you made an illegal U-turn, you were going left, and I was going left.
Where was this?
You know what's worst of all? This cop got a call about a driver in a completely different part of town who was driving recklessly. However, the cop is not where he needs to be because he decided to boost his ego by following a man who did nothing. That's where the problem is. And here is what the cops do when you wonder where they were when the accident happened and why they didn't show up, because there are cops who will choose to feed their power rather than do their job.
You were making a left turn exactly on the street that you were going
50th
to.
Ave.
Then you made an illegal U-turn and you followed me.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what call are you on right now?
I'm on a call, reckless call, endangerment call.
Yeah?
For somebody that was going up Highway 99.
So what are you doing here?
Dude,
What are you doing here?
It doesn't.
What are you still doing here if there's nothing going on? What are you still doing here?
I was on my way to it, and we were, dude. I'm not explaining it to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not.
So why are you still here if you're supposed to be on the call, responding to a call?
I took myself off the call because somebody was following me.
I was following you.
Yeah.
When you were breaking the law, making illegal U-turns.
I flipped a U-turn to go to a call.
And then you did another U-turn to go the other
I was
direction.
cleared from the call.
Yeah.
However, the cop continued to try to get out of the situation. His ego still wouldn't allow him to just apologize and go do his job and answer the call he was given. This time, he claimed that he had never even detained this man. Well, this really is too much because the man has everything on camera and it's easy to prove that the cop is lying. When he realized how much trouble he was in, the cop even refused to give the man his business card.
And now when I confronted you, you wanted to make this about something, about being the detainment. What's the detainment for?
Dude, I said...
Yeah,
yes.
you said I'm being detained.
Why are you following me?
Why am I being... And then you said I'm not being detained. So what's the deal?
If you want to go.
Then you need to go.
Dude, that's not how it works, man.
Are we waiting for your sergeant?
Yeah, they're coming.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's wait for a sergeant. You got a business card?
I have one in my car.
I would like it, please.
Yeah, you'll get one.
Get one right now.
No.
Go get one right now.
No, it's not the way this works.
Well, that's how it's gonna work.
No.
I guarantee you that's how it's gonna work. You can get your lieutenant, you can get your internal affairs, you can get whoever you like. I confronted you because I witnessed my servant break the law multiple times, driving carelessly, and now you got an issue with that.
I made 2 U-turns.
Illegally.
The cop tried to make the man look bad by saying it's not normal for citizens to follow police officers. Well, he forgot that it's not normal for cops to follow citizens for no reason either. While they were waiting for the supervisor, the man decided to tell the officer the things that hurt him the most. He told the cop that as his boss, whose money the cops get paid from, he has to make sure that his employees do their jobs properly. It's funny because saying this will completely crush this cop's ego and put him back in his place.
That's another violation.
You have to understand that it's very weird for people to be following police officers.
And not at all. You're my public servant and I'm auditing you. That's how it works.
So is this something that you normally do? You just normally...
Yeah, normally I make sure that my servants are doing their job and not wasting my money. That's normally what I do.
Okay.
Just like you normally supposed to follow the law. Right? Right? When you don't have your emergency lights on, you're supposed to follow the law, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you were on call and you were cleared to do something that you're authorized, you're supposed to have your lights on to let me know that you're doing something that you're authorized to do.
Sir, I'm not going to sit here and debate with you that I didn't make a U-turn without turning my lights on. I didn't. I didn't turn my lights on when I made the U-turn.
So you broke the law.
Okay, I committed a civil infraction. Yes.
There you go. You broke the law.
Now the cop was bothered that the man raised his voice at him. Well, maybe he would have talked to him normally if the cop would have behaved properly in the first place. After all, he is law enforcement, which means that he should have behaved according to the law. Many cops have another problem because they forcefully demand respect from their citizens and behave like tyrants, while in reality, if they would just do their job properly, they would be respected more.
You got a problem with that?
Nope. You're welcome to file it with the Clark County and do whatever you want to do.
Okay. All right. What are you doing here now? You're wasting your time?
No, we're waiting for a supervisor. He's going to come.
Why?
Because he's going to talk to you.
About what?
About my behavior, apparently.
I didn't ask for him.
No, you were yelling at me for me to go.
No, I was raising my voice and speaking freely as I'm allowed to do.
You're absolutely right. You're
right. It's freedom of speech.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And I hope everybody goes out there and exercises it.
That's exactly what I did. Do you got an issue with that? Do you have an issue with that?
Yeah, sort of.
Do you have an issue with me exercising my First Amendment?
No, not at all, man. That's why I'm out here.
Okay, that's why you're out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the unexpected happened. The cop remembered the man from 3 years ago. He claimed that this man stopped him 3 years ago and that he noticed that the cop didn't signal to turn right. The man told him that he should follow the law. Since the man didn't even remember this story, and the cop even told him the street and number where it happened, it seems like that this event hurt the cop's feelings so much that he remembered even irrelevant details like the street and number. The worst thing is that he hasn't learned from his mistake, because even 3 years later, he still commits traffic violations.
So again, let me ask you one more time. Why was I being detained?
Dude, I actually remember you. I remember you.
You remember me?
Yeah.
From where?
A couple of years ago.
From a couple of years ago?
Yeah, we were chasing up 50th Ave. We were chasing a stolen car. This is like 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I didn't use I didn't use my blinker, and you did the exact same thing.
No. If that was you,
on 29th Avenue.
Really?
Yes.
On 29th Avenue.
That?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, I remember it.
You remember it?
Yeah, it was a white Prius, guy in a white Prius, and you turned around and you rolled on the window and you're like, follow the law, sir, follow the law. I do remember that.
That's right. So that was you again.
I was on a call again for a car.
You haven't learned. So you haven't learned how to follow the law. You see what I mean?
I see what you mean.
You haven't learned, right? If that was you, you ran, okay, with just briefly your lights on across 15th and 99th Street. If that was in fact you, okay, endangering me and the other person whom you nearly collided with.
I didn't nearly collide with anybody.
Yeah?
No,
I said nearly collided with. And then I know this guy. I know this car.
The situation became even more interesting when a sergeant arrived. The cop immediately began to justify himself to the sergeant without letting the man say anything first, as if he thought that the story that someone told first counted more. However, the sergeant saw that his officer had made a mistake but didn't want to criticize him in front of the man, so he sent him to the police car. The sergeant simply didn't want to show the man that he was right.
I don't know. Yeah, I know the car. I don't know the guy, but I know the car. What's up?
He's following me. He said I made 2 illegal U-turns.
Which you admitted
and
to.
And then came up on me. And so I got out, and he immediately got out and he started yelling at me. And so
confronting you.
I told him he was free to leave.
No, you said first of all I was detained.
You have a charge on him?
Then you couldn't articulate nothing.
So he's not detained?
No.
Okay, get in your car and go.
Yeah, exactly. I told him to do the same thing.
Why are you doing this?
Why am I doing this?
Yes.
Okay. Why are you a sheriff?
I asked you a question. Are you going to answer it?
No.
Okay. See you later.
Take care. Don't break the law again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm not free to go.
The sergeant tried to defend the cop at all costs. He accused the man that it was his fault that the cop had broken the law in the first place. Of course, that only made sense in his head. Then the sergeant remembered that the man had a YouTube channel. The sergeant asked the man what his real name was, and the man started laughing because he realized that they knew him. They were just making a drama for no reason. The sergeant said that in order to make an interesting video, the man escalates the situation to the point where the officers have to break the law. Of course, that wasn't true because the man had his evidence and the sergeant was just making his department look desperate on tape. At one point, he even accused this man of trespassing, which was impossible since they were in the public. When he realized that they lost and that the man completely owned them, the policemen got into their police cars and left in the hope that they would never meet this man again.
Failing to signal?
Which signal? Where did he fail to signal?
When he came into this neighborhood.
Where at?
Well, I don't know all the streets visually.
I'm going to give you a warning, though, okay?
But I got it on video.
That's great. That means you can reference it later.
Screw your warning, get lost.
If you
Screw your warning,
interfere
get
with my
lost.
deputies again,
Screw your warning,
you will
get
go to jail.
lost.
Do you understand that?
Screw your law, get lost.
Do you understand that?
BS, get lost.
Okay.
Get in your car
so
and
it's
go.
on your phone
Yeah?
that I told you that warning.
What warning? What's the crime?
If you interfere with my deputies
What's
again,
the crime?
obstruction. You can
Really?
look it up later.
It has to be physical.
No.
He was doing nothing. Nothing.
You're keeping him from doing his job.
Go and get lost.
I'm okay.
Okay?
I'm going to actually get lost because you're
You
absolutely obnoxious.
You will get lost.
What's your YouTube channel?
Okay? I don't have a YouTube channel where I
Don't?
post
Why
stuff.
do you do this?
Okay?
Why do you do this?
I have a small channel.
What's
Oh,
it
we
called?
got another one.
What's it called?
What's it called?
You can go.
Look it up. Look it up. You know who I am.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah,
I've
you
never
are.
met you before.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
You know?
yeah, you do.
Nice
Yeah, you
people,
do.
nice
I know you're
Okay.
antagonistic
No.
and you're trying to escalate things. You're trying to get deputies
Really?
to use force on
So let's
you.
see.
You're trying to cause a
Deputies
problem.
break laws.
No, you're trying.
They
you're,
break
you're
laws.
trying to cause
They
issues.
harass citizens. They arrest
Who's
citizens
harassing who
falsely.
right now?
And when I confront them, you got a problem with it.
I have a problem with how you do things. You are escalating a situation. You had a deputy pull over. Mm-hmm.
For breaking the law. For breaking the law. For breaking the law.
A man decided to film a police station for his story when a female cop approached him, convinced that she had the right to ask him what he was doing and why he was filming. As long as the man doesn't break the law, he is under no obligation to explain himself to her or any other police officer. When he asked for her name and badge number, she just gave him her badge number, claiming that she was under no obligation to give him her name. Of course, the cop should urgently be taught that things don't work that way and she has to identify herself to anyone at all times while in uniform. She tried to justify why she threatened a person's right to freedom of movement and filming in public, so she said that she received a call from someone who was scared because the man was filming. She didn't even know how to explain who she got the call from, which was an automatic sign that she was lying. However, another policeman saw where this was going and came to stop the man from humiliating her even more with his knowledge. He just angrily told the man that he could continue whatever he was doing that day and went on a walk of shame with his colleague.
To be very straightforward with you, do you know why you wear your name and your badge number? Because you have to identify to people. What if I can't read? Where is it? It's written on you somewhere, isn't it? Okay. So what seems to be the issue? So who called for service? Was it one of the officers hanging out in the parking lot? Why? Am I breaking a law? I'm not breaking a law, so therefore I have no obligation to explain myself to you. I'm working on a little project, as you can see, and you interrupted me while I was narrating, so. Is that going to change anything? I'm all right. How are you? Your name and badge number? No. May I have it now?
Yeah, Rocket 30324. Can we help you?
No. Exactly what it appears I'm doing here.
You're just videotaping the station?
Working on something. I was actually going to go in, but you're closed on the holidays.
We are. Okay. You're free to do that. Nobody's going to bother you, okay?
That's good.
Okay. Thank you.
And you don't need to know why?
I don't really know. Seems like that's something you want us to ask, but I'm not going to
No.
ask that.
You know what? I was perfectly fine doing my story alone until I was interrupted. So
That's okay. We have to, unfortunately, the manner of our job, we have to respond to people on our premises because sometimes people do come here to hurt us.
Similar to the previous two cops, these officers approached a man filming inside their police lobby. They thought he shouldn't do that. With this, they said a lot about themselves and how much they don't know how to do their job. Looks like someone hasn't learned that people can film whatever they want in public, and the police lobby is open to the public. One of the cops told the man that it's very strange that the man was filming their lobby and that this was the first time since he had been working that someone had been filming the police lobby. Well, just because the cops find something weird doesn't mean you should give up your rights. Why are there constitutional laws at all if the police are going to pretend they don't exist? After all, let the cops learn that suspicion is not the same as crime and that they have no right to threaten someone's constitutional rights just because something is suspicious to them.
Hi, Josh. My name's Brian Hawkins. I'm with the police department. Okay.
Apparently you walked into our records area filming everything. Can I ask what you're filming? What you're filming for?
It's a public lobby, we're correct? Anyone can walk in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I walked in and took pictures. Perfectly legal. Name and badge number, please.
You under...
Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Can I have your name?
No, you
and
can't.
Date of birth?
No, you can't. Can I have your name and badge number, please?
You see my name right there.
Did you say that to the judge? If you go to court, you say that to the judge, you say my name is here?
Are you here to pick a fight, sir?
I'm not here to pick a fight. Ask for your name and badge number. That's all I need.
You understand it's highly suspicious that
Is
you're
it?
walking into a police... Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's not every day that somebody walks into our lobby and starts filming, so we just asked him
Okay,
what you're
it's
doing.
also not every day that somebody walks in to deposit medicine. Did you stop that guy that did that?
That's actually it's a medicine drop-off
Okay,
spot, so it actually is common.
So a public lobby is common for people to walk in. Just because I have a camera doesn't change anything. Now, I'm going to stop talking until you get a supervisor here, since you couldn't give me your name and badge number, and neither of you.
I can. I just didn't feel like it.
Okay, my badge number is
543.
568, and I walked up and introduced myself as Brian Hawkins. So,
And then you got hostile. So now I'm just going to remain quiet until you get a supervisor.
Nobody's hostile. If you would like to speak to a supervisor, you can request to speak with one.
I would request to
You can go
speak
into
with a
the
supervisor.
records. You can go into the
I
lobby.
will have a supervisor right out here. I'm not going to walk back in there after you got all scared of me walking in with a camera. So I'll wait right here. Give me a supervisor. Then what's suspicious about it, sir? Explain that to me.
A group of cops practically broke into the man's house, but they didn't come to arrest him. The man didn't understand what they wanted from him, why they were harassing him, and why they were in his house, so after a few attempts to talk to them normally, he lost his cool and kicked them out of the house. I bet the cops weren't expecting this. However, this man had been taught how to defend himself. He even challenged them to arrest him so he could go before the judge and prove to everyone that he had done nothing wrong. The police officers ended up outside the man's house, completely speechless. Well, it was about time someone brought them down to earth.
Right, so I am being constantly harassed by cars outside my house.
I'll read this out because I've just been
Right,
through
so
this.
why are
I'm
you
not
being
gonna
rude
stop
like this?
becoming
Why are you being like, are you here to arrest me? Are you here to arrest me?
Being acting in
If you're not here to arrest me, I'm asking you to leave.
Okay, these are
If
conditions.
you're not here to arrest me, I'm asking you to leave.
We'll leave.
Yeah,
okay?
all right. Please
But this
leave, please
paper
leave,
is for
please
you.
leave.
You have conditions.
Please leave,
against-
please leave. No, boys, if you want to arrest me, they get it in court in front of a judge and jury.
There's the paperwork there for you.
Arrest
if
me.
you breach those
Arrest
conditions,
me. Arrest me.
I'm not arrested. I just
Arrest
told you.
me.
Why would I want
Right,
to arrest
because
you?
then I get it in front of a judge and jury and I get to plead not guilty. So
that's
come
not
on,
how it
yes,
works.
it is how it works.
No, you've been given conditions.
I've asked you to leave, you're still standing there. I've asked you to leave,
You have
please leave.
conditions. If you breach those
Bye-bye,
conditions-
boys.
if you breach
Bye-bye,
those
boys.
conditions-
Bye-bye, boys. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Have a good time. I'll
Bye-bye.
put you down as refused to sign.
See you later. No, I didn't say just leave the paper and I'll sign
The
it.
paperwork's there, but you want, I can read out to you if you like now.
No.
Read out.
No. I'll see you later, boys.
Looked at an anti friend and not to call
See you later. Bye-bye. The next time he's come back to arrest me. Oh, do arrest me. Arrest me. Arrest me so I can get it in front of a court, judge and jury, not guilty. Arrest me. Arrest me. You tell the neighbors to stop harassing me or it's going to get worse. I am allowed to defend myself. I am allowed to defend myself. Now go away. Tossers.